Okay, let's read seventh lesson of geography: humans, environment, settlement, transport, and communication. In the chapter one, you have learned that early human beings depends entirely on nature for food, clothing, and shelter. But with time, they learned new skills to grow food, build homes, and develop better means of transport and communication. In this way, they modified the environment where they lived. Settlement are places where people built their homes. Early human beings lived on trees and in caves. When they started to grow crops, it became necessary to have a permanent home. The settlement grew near the river valleys as water was available and land was fertile. With the development of trade, commerce, and manufacturing, human settlement became larger. Settlement flourished and civilized developed near river valleys. Do you recall the names of civilization that along with the banks of river Indus, Tigris, Nile, and Huanghe? Settlement can be permanent or temporary. Settlements which are occupied for a short time are called temporary settlement. The people living in a deep forest, hot and cold desert, and mountains often dwell in temporary settlements. Hunting, gathering, shifting cultivation, and transhumance. However, more and more settlements today are permanent settlements. In these settlements, people build home to live in. It was Mary's birthday party. She and her friends were waiting for Gunpreet to arrive so that Mary could cut the cake. At last, Gurpreet arrived, tired, coughing, and wheezing. She explained that the traffic jam was terrible. Mary's mother, Thomas, patted Gurpreet's back and sighed of the pollution of our city. Prasad had recently came from his village. He asked, "Why do you have such a traffic jam and such pollution in the cities? The number of vehicles is increased day by day due to the growing of population in the cities." Mary's father, Mr. Thomas, replied. Mary asked, "Then why are people coming to cities?" Her mother replied, "They come looking for job, better education, and medical facilities." Mary further inquired, "If so many people keep coming to cities, where will all the people live?" Mr. Thomas said, "That is why you see so many slums and squatters settled where people stay in the congested and unhygienic condition. Shortage of power and water supply are common problem in the cities." Prasad said, "Our village may not have big cinema halls, well-equipped schools, and good hospitals, but we have lots of open space and fresh air to breathe in. When my grandfather was sick, we had to rush him into the city hospital." From the above conversation, we can identify two types of picture of the settlements, the rural and the urban settlements. The villages are rural settlements where the people are engaged in activities like agriculture, fishing, forestry, craft work, trading, etc. Rural settlements can be compact or scattered. A compact settlement in a closely built area of the dwelling where the flat land is available. In a scattered settlement, dwellings are spread over an extensive area. This type of settlement is mostly found in the hilly tracts, thick forest, and the regions of extreme climate. In rural areas, people built houses to suit their environment. In regions of heavy rainfall, they have slanting roof, place where the water is accumulated in the rainy season. The houses are constructed on the raised platform or stilt. Thick mud walls houses with a thatched roof are very common in areas of hot climate. Local materials like stones, mud, clay, straw, etc. are used to construct houses. The towns are small and the cities are large urban settlements. In urban areas, the people are engaged in manufacturing, trading, and services. Name of the some villages and towns and cities of your state. Transport. Transport is the means by which people and goods move. In early days, it took great deal of time to travel long distance. People had to walk and used animals to carry their goods. Invention of the wheel made transport easier. With the passage of time, different means of transport developed, but even today people use animals for transport. In many countries, donkeys, mules, bullocks, and camels are common. In Andean mountains, in South America, ilva are used, are as the yak in Tibet. The early traders from other countries used to take several months to reach India. They took either the sea route or the land route. Aeroplanes have made travel faster. Now it's take only 6 to 8 hours to travel from India to Europe. Modern means of transport thus saves the time and energy. Four major means of transport are roadways, railways, waterways, and airways. Roadways. The most commonly used means of transport, especially for short distance, are roads. They can be metalled or pakka or unmetalled kacha. The plains have a dense network of roads. Roads are also being built in the terrains like a desert, forest, and even mountains. Manali Leh Highway in the Himalayan mountains is one of the highest roadways in the world. Roads built underground are called subways and underpaths. Flyovers are built over raised structure. Railways. The railways carry heavy goods and people over long distance quickly and cheaply. The intervention of steam engine and the industrial revolution helped the speedy development of rail transport. Diesel and electric engines have largely replaced the steam engine. In place, the superfast trains have been introduced to make journey faster. The railway network is well developed over the plain areas. Advanced technical skills have enabled laying of railway lines in difficult mountain terrain also, but these are much fewer in number. Indian railway network is well developed and is the largest in Asia. Waterways. You have already learned that since early days, waterways are used for transportation. Waterways are the cheapest and for carrying heavy and bulky goods over a long distance. There are mainly two types: inland waterways and sea routes. Navigable rivers and lakes are used as inland waterways. Some of the important inland waterways are Ganga Brahmaputra rivers system and the Great Lake in North America and the River Nile in Africa. Sea routes and the oceanic routes are mostly used for transporting merchandise and goods from one country to another. These routes are connected with ports. Some of the important ports of the world are Singapore and Mumbai in Asia, New York and Los Angeles in North America, Rio de Janeiro in South America, Durban and Cape Town in Africa, Sydney in Australia, London and Rotterdam in Europe. Can you name some of more ports of the world? Then airways. This is the fastest way of transportation developed in the early 20th century. It also the most expensive due to high cost of fuel. Aircraft is adversely affected by bad weather like fog and storm. It is the only mode of transport to reach the most remote and distant areas, especially where there is no roads and railways. Helicopters are extremely useful in most inaccessible areas and in time of calamities for rescuing people and distribute food, water, clothes and medicine. Some of the important airports are Delhi, Mumbai, New York, London, Paris, Frankfurt and Cairo. Communication. Communication is the process of conveying message to others. With the development of technology, humans have devised a new and fast method of modes of communication. The advancement in the field of communication has brought about information revolution in the world. Different modes of communication are used to provide information, to educate as well as to entertain. Through newspaper, radios, televisions can be communicate with a large number of people. They are called mass media. The satellite have made communication even faster. Satellites have helped in oil exploration, survey of forest, underground water, minerals wealth, weather forecast and disaster warning. Now we can send electronic mail or email through internet. Wireless telephonic communication through cellular phones have become very popular today. Internet not only provide us with worldwide information and interaction but also made our lives more comfortable. Now we can reserve tickets for railways. Can reserve tickets for airways and even cinemas and hotels sitting at home with this kind. And here it is given the map with the major seaports and airports of the world. Okay, we will continue in next video.